I just came back from a run and I feel really energized, so I want to talk about a few things that I have been thinking about lately. And yeah, I have been thinking about these things like the last few weeks, months, and it is the fact that like we have to be more aggressive with the things that we want. We have to stop waiting for whatever it is that we want in life and take action towards these things. Admit to ourselves to begin with what it is that we want. A lot of times we want something, but we just don't want to admit it to ourselves. We're too shy. We don't want to be seen as ambitious because somehow ambitiousness is seen as like a negative trait nowadays, or like being competitive, being like so eager to want something. So people are a lot of times really hesitant. They don't believe in themselves, and they're too scared about like how people will see them, how they are gonna perceive them. And yeah, but if we would stop thinking so much and we would just take action, we would be like so much far ahead than we are now. The more action you take, the less you will think about it. And I don't know, like there are so many things that I have been thinking about lately, but like why wait? Why not just be like go out and get it, whatever it is that we want, and do it now. We give ourselves too much time when it comes to our goals, dreams, whatever. But we wait like for the perfect moment. But the perfect moment is now. Whenever you think about whatever it is that you want, it is now, it's not like tomorrow, next week, next year, next month, whatever. The perfect moment is always the present moment. And another thing is cutting off the things that are making us weak. I deleted social media a few weeks ago, like 2 months ago or like 3, and it has been like the best thing, to be honest. Although I do want to do something with content creation and just share my thoughts, my art and things online, I don't want to be a consumer or consume too much. And it is like, social media is not bad, like I don't think that something is completely bad or something is completely good. It is just like too much social media is bad. And cutting off social media and just realizing how much more time we have in our days, that we actually have time to read more books, to work more, we have more attention, and we don't require that much willpower to do the less stimulating things, because we have cut off the thing that is so stimulating, which is social media and scrolling through 15 seconds videos. And yeah, I think like social media is one of the things that is making us weaker, because we're getting so lazy, we're getting so comfortable, so our attention span is ruined. And not just social media, but also the food we're eating. If you would go to a grocery store, at least half of the food is not healthy. Most of the food is processed, like overly processed, and it has like more ingredients than it's supposed to have. And yeah, like food, too much entertainment, too much food as well. We don't need that much food. Like, we're living in where we have everything too much, and like this overflow and lack of movement, something that like that I was listening to a podcast, and this guy said like success, or I don't know, like he was talking about money. It is not about doing more, it is about doing less of the stupid things. And I think this applies to a lot of things in our lives. It's not about like consuming more and doing more, it's about doing less and consuming less. If you would consume less content on social media, like your mental health would be better. You wouldn't have to do like so many things to have good mental health. You wouldn't have to journal, meditate, go to therapy, go on walks, and all of these things like every day to have good mental health. If you would spend less money on the stupid things, you would have more money. If you would eat less junk food, you wouldn't have to work out so much to lose weight. And yeah, I think like this is one of the best things that I have heard lately, just because whenever we're looking for ways to improve our lives and to change something, it is always about like doing more and more, but cutting off the things that are making. So the video stopped, but I wanted to say cutting off the things that are making us weak, or that are making whatever it is that we want so much more difficult to achieve, will speed up our progress, and we wouldn't require that much willpower to do things. If you're not on social media, if you're not on TikTok for like 2 hours, putting your phone away and reading a book, it does not take that much willpower, you know? And yeah, so it is about like getting bored. Being bored is the key to doing more, that makes like the work that you have to do, the studying that you need to do, everything makes it way more interesting, because you're not overstimulated, your brain can focus more, and the work in front of you is way more interesting. And yeah, just cutting off like these things and making progress just like for ourselves, you know, like becoming our own role models, our ideal self, whatever we see ourselves, like who would we want to be, like ideally, if we wouldn't think about the obstacles. And this is like something that I really like. The Obstacle is the Way. It is a title of a book, but just generally, whatever is in the way is the key to getting to where you want. You know, what stands in the way becomes the way. It is a challenge to overcome to get to the next level, like in a video game. And yeah, like just so many things, but I just wanted to talk about it after like running, because I felt so good about like going for a run despite it being 11 a.m. I normally do not go for runs at that time. I prefer going for runs in the morning when there aren't that many people outside, because I just feel more comfortable running when there's like barely anyone outside. There are just a few people walking their dogs, but I still went, and it was really hot. I ran in the heat, which was not that good of an idea for my skin, because I had like I did a peeling yesterday, but I think it's not that bad. So yeah, I'm creating this YouTube channel, and I have to stick to my promises myself and hold myself accountable, to be honest. Yeah,